Hey, what's going on, guys? It's LuceyGoosey or Kyle, and welcome to my Week 5 match for the MLBA. I was going to do a team builder for this, and I've actually recorded one, but I feel like I'm not going to upload it because, yeah, I don't really think team builders are going to be necessary for the rest of the season. I've kind of gone back and forth, like, experimenting with this league on what I want to do, so I've done live comm, post comm, I've done team builders, all that stuff, and I think the best way to do it is just a 10-minute video where I watch the replay. I'll tell you guys what I'm bringing. I don't have his full squad with me because he actually just dropped the league, and so I can't find what his full squad was, and I could check the team builder, but I didn't really like how the team builder turned out. I mean, I could check it for the full squad, but, like, it's not a big deal. I know what I brought, and it's mainly for the stuff that he brought, so I'll let you guys know everything that I have. So I have a Fire MZ Celestial to deal with the Aegis Slash. It's Leech Seed, Air Slash, Fire Blast, and Flash Cannon, or something along those lines. Maybe Earthquake for Victini and Jolteon, but I highly doubt it. And yeah, I have the Fire MZ. I have an Expert Belt Nihilego with Psyshock, Power Gem, Energy Ball, and something else, or Grass Knot and something else. And then I have Donphan, which is Stealth Rock's knockoff, something along those lines with Rapid Spin, maybe. Actually, no, I don't have Rapid Spin because I have Defog on my Rotom. And that was one thing I did right before the match. I switched Defog onto my Rotom instead of Hidden Power Grass. And then I have a Choice Spec Sylveon just to break walls, or break down his walls, and hopefully do some good damage. So, like, Venusaur on a switch in and, like, go for, you know, a Psychic or a Psyshock and do a lot of damage or something along those lines. And then I have Assault Vest Magmortar to basically switch into Venusaur, Jolteon, and maybe Special Victini. So basically, guys, if you want to see me get triggered, this would be the match. I did a live comm, and I'm not uploading the live comm because I got pretty triggered during this match. So I'm going to lead off with Nihilego because I thought he was going to lead off with Seismitoad, and a Grass Knot had a very good chance to OHKO, and I was like, if he leads with Seismitoad, I'm going to click Grass Knot 100%. He leads with Seismitoad, and I'm like, you know what? If he's Rindo Berry, I lose my win con right off the bat. So I decided against it, and I went out into Celesteela, and he's going to get his rocks up, which are going to be tough to get rid of. I predicted Victini, I believe. Yeah, I go for Leech Seed on the switch, and then on this turn, I'm like, okay, Victini is got to go for, like, a Z-move of some sort, or, you know, like, or just, you know, V-Create. So I'm going to go out into my Rotom to take the hit, and he is going to go for the V-Create, and it's not going to do too much damage, which is really nice. So I know right now that he's probably going to switch out because I might be faster, and unless he's Scarf, but I might be faster, and then also V-Create's not going to do anything. So I figure he's going to switch out here, so I want to get rid of the rocks, but I am going to go, I believe I go for the Defog. Yep, okay. So on that turn, if I had run Hidden Power Grass, Seismitoad would be in range of, like, it would have lost its Rindo Berry if it had it, or it would have been in range of a Grass Knot from my Nihilego, as well as being in range of a Hyper Voice from my Sylveon, but I didn't. I had Defog, so I go out into Apollo again, and he's going to Scald. He's not going to get the burn, which is really nice, because for the rest of this battle, you guys are going to see the hacks go against us. So he's going to Scald again. This time, he's still not going to get the burn. We get the Giga Drain off, which is really nice. You know, Celesteela now staying around. He does get his rocks up, and I'm going to predict a switch out, which is not very smart by me, because now he is going to be able to get the switch out here, as I'm going to go out into Rotom, which isn't a terrible switch for me, because Gligar can't do much to Rotom. So I'm going to Pain Split, trying to see how much health I can get back, as he U-turns out into his Mega Venusaur. So I do have Giga Drain on this Rotom, or not Giga Drain, Rindo Berry on this Rotom to take a hit from Venusaur, but I don't think now's really the right time. So I'm going to go out into my Celesteela. I knew that there was the possibility that he could click Hidden Power Fire here, and he is a really good player, so he does click Hidden Power Fire. Now I know I can take another one, so I'm going to go for the Air Slash. I was thinking about going for Fire MZ, but it would only do about 60%, which would put it in range of my Nihilego, but since Aegis Slash is still sitting at 100%, Nihilego can't sweep yet, so I'm going to go for the Air Slash to do about 50%, and you guys are going to see I miss it. And that's a 95% accurate move. If I do hit that, depending on investment, that can do up to like 60% if he's Fizz Def. And he could have been Fizz Def, but I'm assuming he was Spidef. So I would have done about 40%, which would have been huge, because you guys will see later in the match that really affects it. So now our Celesteela is dead. Like, that made me so frustrated, because I lost Celesteela to just stupid plays on my part, as well as a miss. But now I'm going to go out into Magmortar, because it's one of the only things that can really take a hit, and I need to get damage off, and he's going to sack off his Seismitoad, which is a good play. So he's going to go out into Gligar, and I know I don't want to take an Earthquake, so I'm going to go out into my Rotom Wash. It makes a decent play of U-turning. So he's going to go out back into his Venusaur. Like I said, I have the Rindo Berry. Oop, I almost hit the reset button. So I'm going to stay in, and I'm going to go for my defog on his Giga Drain, and we're going to live it, which is really nice because Rotom's going to be able to stay around for a little bit longer. So I'm going to go back out into my Mortar, and you guys are going to see we don't even take a Sludge Bomb too well, and now we're poisoned. He gets the 30% poison right off the bat. So now I'm going to go for the Fire Blast. I knew Victini was a likely switch, and I wanted to double out into something like my Nihilego, but it could be a Scarf Victini. We don't know yet, and by the fact that he's running Beat Create, I think he is, and Scarf Zen Headbutt would one-shot my Nihilego. So I didn't want to make any predictions too strong. I could have gone out into Donphan as well, but I decided just to Fire Blast because I need the damage on Venusaur, and now I'm going to stack off my Magmortar to the Victini. So the battle's not looking great for us, but if Nihilego can get a kill or two, we're going to be looking really good. But I need to get Aegislash down at some point, so I'm going to go out into my Nihilego, and it actually forces him out because he is Scarf. So we found out there that he is Scarf. Well, we don't find out for sure that he's Scarf, but like by that switch out, like he could have stayed in, lived a hit, and clicked Zen Headbutt, but he does switch out. So I actually make the double out in the Aegislash because I felt like that was a really good play to allow me to Pain Split back up, and that is exactly what I do. So I felt like that was a really good play on my part, and it kind of put me back into the match because Rotom's sitting here, and then I see Substitute, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. I have Foul Play on my Rotom, but it won't do anything if he's in shield form because it only does about 17%. So I have to click Hydro Pump here to break the sub, or have a chance to break the sub. Depending on his investment, which I'm not sure what he was, but if he was max HP, max special attack, or max HP, max attack, the roll is in my favor to break the sub. It's like 23% to 28%. So it's like a 50-50 really on whether I break the sub, but like maybe like 60%, 60-40. So I go for the Hydro Pump here, and I miss. And he is going to go for the Shadow Ball. So I can Foul Play now to break the sub, but my Rotom is basically done for. So I do go for the Foul Play on this play as he King Shields, so it wasn't really worth it because now he's back into his shield form. So now I have to click Hydro Pump again, and as you guys are going to see, it's not actually going to break the sub. I do get the low roll, and he is going to be able to knock out my Rotom. So now he's sitting behind a sub, and I need him to get out of that sub and die so that I can sweep with Nihilego. So we're going to take it decently well and go for the Earthquake. So on this play, I figured he could do one of two things. He could go out into the Gligar and obviously not get hurt by the Earthquake, or he could stay in and try to King Shield. So I'm going to go for, I believe, the knockoff on this play. Yeah, and he goes out in the Venusaur, and I just don't understand that. Because if he lets Venusaur take an Earthquake there, then Nihilego's job is so much easier in this game because it can one-shot Venusaur. And I should have just went for Earthquake on that play, but I figured the Gligar switch is really obvious. Or, like, really easy to make. And so I'm going to actually have to double out into my Sylveon just to get damage off to put it into range of my Nihilego. So I go for the Side Shock. I could have went for Shadow Ball predicting the Aegislash, but I figured it wasn't really necessary because Shadow Ball would have only done about 26% anyways, because he's in shield form and Aegislash is broken and going to be allowed in Draft League in general. But yeah, Aegislash is going to eat that obviously and sub, and I just have to keep going because I need to be able to break the sub. So I'm basically sacking off my Sylveon at this point. I know I can take a Flash Cannon from the range I'm at, so I figure 2 Side Shocks should break it, and it does. So I know he can sub up again, so I'm going to predict him to sub and go back out into Donphan because I know I can take a hit. But he's actually going to go for King Shield, so we're put in a decent position. And I really wanted to click Knockoff, again expecting Gligar, but I go for the Earthquake, and it's going to be really nice because Venusaur is now put in range, or not in range, but it's almost in range of a Side Shock. Unfortunately, he does go for Giga Drain. I wanted him to go for Sludge Bomb, predicting my Sylveon, but Giga Drain probably would have killed anyways from the range it was at. I could have made the double also out into Nihilego, and that was one of the plays I was considering there. And I probably should have, because that was really, like, probably my best play was to go out into Nihilego there. But at this point in the game, I was just frustrated from missing my Hydro Pump, not breaking the sub, and missing the Air Slash. And so I basically just gave up, and you guys will see. I will be able to kill, or get close to killing his Venusaur, but then he's just gonna, you know, pull the cheeky 5-0 on me. So that I can't kill his Venusaur. But if I would have switched out into my Nihilego on his Venusaur and kept my Donphan around, there was a chance I could have won that game, but he's actually just going to go out into Victini and reveal he's Scarf. So yeah, like, it was a good game in general. He actually did let me kill the Venusaur, which I forgot about. I thought it was a 5-0, not a 4-0. But, like, in general, I felt like I played really well in this game, and I prepped well. Like, Foul Play on Rotom I thought was really good. I know that Choice Specs Sylveon is not the greatest set, and my Mortar just is terrible in general. But it had a decent matchup if he was Special Victini, that's why I brought Magmortar. I didn't prep the greatest for this game, but just missing 2 moves and getting, you know, not breaking the sub, getting a low roll on there, and then just making so many misplays in the game. I just got really frustrated and wasn't really able to play, as well as the Sludge Bomb and Magmortar just completely destroyed Magmortar from being able to wall Venusaur. Like, it was just right away, Sludge Bomb poison on the first one. So this game made me pretty frustrated, and I'll let you guys know that in the next match, like, that frustration just carried over, and I played really poorly in the next match as well. So at this point in MLBA, I don't know what the future stands for me. I am 2-3 at the point of this battle, and I just don't know how we're going to turn the season around. I think we have the team to do it, but I'm going to be starting to look for some free agent transactions, specifically Alolan Persian, Magmortar, obviously Bidoof, because he's just a meme anyways, and I could use the extra point. So those 3 Pokemon probably are going to be dropped in free agency for 1 or 2 other Pokemon, and then I also have a few other Pokemon that I'm thinking about getting rid of, like Sylveon. I think could give me some nice points to get some budget picks that will help round out the team. So I do have a couple more weeks to decide what I'm going to do, but it definitely needs to be done for me to turn my season around. So you guys will probably hear more about this either week 6 or week 7. But other than that, guys, that's going to do it for this video. So hopefully you guys did all enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next week of the MLBA. Peace!